What's up, everybody? It is BGST Night Sunday, and it is a rare occasion that I am hosting on my channel due to almost incapacitated Next Gen 720. He's about Next Gen 480 right now, just because of various situations going on. But he is here, and he's not queer, but he is here, and we've got the team here actually tonight. You know, I was just like, hey, let's go ahead and do it. I know Memorial Day is tomorrow, so you know, bless all you guys, the soldiers and all that kind of stuff, and anybody that knows anybody that's military and things like that. You guys rock. We appreciate your service and things like that. We've got Next Gen. How you feeling, bro? Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. What's up?
Damn. He knocked out. He knocked out.
Nice. Cool. Well,
what happened was that at the hospital they put him next to the geriatric center, and like he wasn't even slotted to leave, but after like he wandered over there and did what he had to do, like they kicked him the fuck out. Geriatric center.
Hey, you know, I saw this.
He wasn't even slotted to.
That's my fault.
I saw this this GIF in the BGST private chat with some grannies, and it scarred me for life. I'm just saying that's 100% legit what happened.
Was that the one twerking? Like there was one in the background.
It was the ice cream one.
Yeah, dude. Oh no.
Yeah, the ice cream one. It definitely scarred me for life. But that's Next Gen's thing, man. You back on there, Next Gen? Huh?
What up?
How you feeling, bro?
Good, man. I'm back, man. I was up the upper room, but I'm back. I'm here, man. Let's make it happen. Have a great show tonight.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's magic beans. I'm ready to rock and roll.
His magic beans. Okay. And we also got we've got Xbox 448 here. What's up, bro? I saw your stream, man. Your earlier stream. You were playing some guitar and rocking out.
Yo, my thumb is fucking killing me right now. Like, yo, for people who know anything about metal, I was doing All That Remains. I was doing Disturbed. I was like fucking Avenged Sevenfold. I was going crazy, man. But I just want to let everybody know King Neutral is in the building, and I also got a new nickname thanks to my boy Frodo. I am General Xbox 448. I am the General. So, yo, guys, let's do this, man.
Oh yeah, and we've got K Mega. What's up, bro?
Send that shit to Hades.
What's happening, man? I'm already triggered because after BGST, get ready. I've been working on my save lock video. It's been in the works all freaking day, and it's coming out. And I'm so pumped. I'm so ready. Save lock in this bitch. Let's go. Let's go.
Hell yeah! And we've got Tim Dog here. How you doing, Tim?
What's going on? I'm here. Happy to be here. Happy Zaire is here and chilling out.
Yeah, I see you. You've become a big Mixer fan. You guys are
Mixer fanboy now.
Yeah, you're streaming a lot of Mixer. You're falling right in with what Microsoft wants. They're like, hey, we want people to start streaming some Mixer and stuff for us, and so that's kind of what you're doing. And hey, I gotta admit, me, Mooch, and GKB and She-Wolf, we did a stream Friday where we were doing Friday the 13th, where there was like 3 or 4 people like streaming at the same time on the same page. That was awesome.
Yeah,
like how they've set that up. I think that's absolutely amazing. But
how did you guys do that?
Oh, you did the co-stream?
Yeah, we were trying out the co-stream. How
is it to set it up? Is it real easy? Because everything's
I don't know. I didn't know how to do it. Like what happened was like GKB and She-Wolf did it. So basically, when you went to Mooch's or his Mixer, you saw all 3 of them, and when you went to GKB's, you saw all 3, and when you went to She-Wolf's, you saw all 3, and there was one chat, and it was like shared viewers and stuff. It was pretty fucking awesome.
From what I hear, it's as simple as on the computer. If you go to mixer.pro, when you start your stream, you can send an invite to somebody else on Mixer, and if they accept, you're automatically like co-streaming on that, and it's up to 4 people on one page.
That's cool.
Oh, so do you need an Elgato, or you just do it straight from the?
No,
PC?
You could just do it from your Xbox. It's like you could just do it from your Xbox.
Co-stream from the Xbox too.
I think you
could literally have 4. You got 4 BGST members, just say, and then we'd be all in there, Zaire, and then it's split. And then there's one talk thing. That's the thing. Everyone shared. So if somebody says "fuck off, Zaire," everyone reads that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I get them. How do you? One thing, you need a Elgato to set it up, or you can set.
Nah. What you do is you start your stream on your Xbox, and then like you could go to your computer, and your stream will already be there, and then send the invite out to somebody else, like through your computer. But you can have it on your Xbox.
They have to be streaming also. They have to be streaming also.
Yeah, they have to be streaming as well.
I got you. Say no more. I got you.
So it's got to be a link that you send from your computer to the other people that wants to show.
I guess so, man. I haven't tried it yet, but from what my friends have told me, it's that simple. Like somebody just sends out an invite. As long as you're streaming, you accept the invite, and then automatically you get put on theirs, they get put on yours, and you just kind of keep going from there.
Ooh. Who's streaming tonight?
It works both ways.
Who's streaming tonight?
I'm going to try to do this tonight. If I get to it, I want to try to do the co-stream.
Soccer cars? We'll play soccer cars.
I don't have that trash.
Yeah,
I'm not playing that trash. I told you, PlayStation got it for free. I'm not playing that. I'm not getting that game until we get it free for Xbox, or it's got to be like $3 to $5.
Check this out, yo! Everybody in the chat right now, we got 261 people watching right now. Yo, guys, somebody send this dude a code for soccer cars on Xbox, because I want him to play this game with me, yo.
Yeah, man. Because like I said, man, PlayStation got it for free. I'm not paying no $20 for that game. There's no way in hell. So if somebody wants to donate, I'll do some.
Make the dream happen for me, people.
Come on, make it happen. Make it happen for bot. I'll do some mooching, pass it on. I'll play it, but I ain't playing it for no $20.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? I think it is a fun game. And I can understand why Xbox. I'm surprised Xbox didn't get up on that game before, because it's definitely one that most people.
Because I wasn't paying for that shit, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think it was a little overhyped. It definitely was a little overhyped. I mean, it's a decent game, but definitely overhyped too. I played it 4 times. I enjoyed it, but I never went back to it, and nothing screams to me to go back to that game either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Best racer or best sport or some shit like that.
Yeah. All that aside, man, that's not the developers' fault that they won that fucking award. Like, it's the big, it's the big game of media that did all that shit, right? But I got a couple people, another fellow YouTuber, my boy Noble Addiction, and his cousin. They go in and they were looking for a third person for the 3-on-3. And they go in hard on that game, and I wanted to be that third person because I want to go like flying through the air and fucking Jordan these people, like spike that ball down on a couple of cars and stuff. So shout out to Mr. Midlife Crisis for getting me that game, because now I will be able to do that.
Yeah, it's got some easy ass achievements too, like just playing through like one season, and you can set it against like one other bot or whatever. It's like super simple, but yeah, I would say it's fun with friends. And definitely a fun streaming game. But I want to talk a little bit about Friday the 13th. Apparently, there's all kinds of issues still. I have to say that I've only played one game in the lobbies on the Xbox One. Although I did play, like I said, I streamed on Mixer on Friday with Mooch and GKB, She-Wolf, Game Down Sites, Blue, Ice Devo. We had a really fun time playing the game in a private lobby. It's like a fun ass game.
That's the way to play it right now, man.
Yeah,
fucking quick match and all that shit is broken.
It is glitchy as hell, though. I have to say, like, there were times in the game where my character was he was floating around in the sky, and I couldn't do anything. It was like 10 feet in the sky, just like floating around. You couldn't do anything.
Yo, crap! Check this out. Oh snaps! Yo, she was putting one of the bear traps, and she was putting it. This is a huge glitch. She was putting it in the door frame of one of the cabins, and all of a sudden, her character started rising to the point where she was put on the roof of the cabin. Yo, Jason can't get to you there or anything like that.
I got put on the roof of the cabin, right? And then I got Jason hucked a bunch of axes at me and killed me. Yeah. So, so it is got some glitches and things like that. It's an ID at Xbox game, though, folks. These people really underestimated the amount of people that wanted to play it. It looks like there's a possibility, although not confirmed, that this is what the like beta or demo version on the Xbox One, because these issues aren't persisting on the PS4 or the PC version. And apparently, well, obviously the PC version is going to look better, but the PS4 version apparently looks a lot better too and has different things like Xbox. You and Mel have both, right?
Yeah, we have both. The funny thing was, like, with the Xbox version, it was completely unplayable when she got it. She got the code all this good stuff. She got so pissed off that she just went over to the PS4 and bought that version. When she bought that version, quick play and everything was working. Like, she got into a game, everything was fine, right? And then they migrated all the servers over to a bigger package from Amazon.
Yeah.
And that was including the PlayStation. And when they did that, even the PlayStation version just fell apart.
You have to wonder why they're not using Azure servers, though. You know what I mean? Like, those seem like the more respectable servers, in my opinion. So Microsoft offers those for free. Maybe that's what they're kind of doing, because the developers, they said, hey, you know, we're working on like switching our servers over after the game already launched, which I thought was a little bit strange. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're allowed to do what they want. I thought the game was fun. Like, have you guys played it? I know you have Xbox, but like, what are your thoughts on the actual game itself, other than like?
Well, here's the thing. And one of my main issues with the game is that and I've always said this: when you have a always online game, I don't care if there's no exceptions. It should be on dedicated servers. And with the Jason or Friday the 13th. The quick match is not working, of course, and then you had the issue, like I said, with the private matches. Those started dropping, not working. But to me, it still feels and controls like a beta. Now, I don't know if this game is played better with a mouse and keyboard, but to me, the controls just felt clunky as all hell. I understand it's an indie. I won't say an indie. This goddamn game is $40 or small, but it seems like they spent the most of the money on this game. But it's probably on the licensing. You know what I mean? I think this game should have been weighted, or maybe got a bigger backer like EA, Activision, or either teamed up with Microsoft or Sony. I think the game would have came out much better with a little bit more money behind it.
Or delay it a little bit, you know, like to me, it doesn't make sense that they didn't delay it. And just reading right from the ICXM article, it says, posted on the official forums for the game, there's a member that noticed the PS4 and PC versions of the game are hugely different from the Xbox One version. The Xbox version not only sees the absence of graphical features such as dynamic hair, but also uses beta assets from the PC version, including the same unfinished menus from the months-old PC beta. The Xbox One version also doesn't have a small tutorial like the others. So, yeah, I mean, that sounds kind of bad if that's true. Again,
right there.
That don't sound like kind of. That sounds like it's bullshit. I got the game. I still haven't had a chance to play it. It's going on 2 days now. Everybody that I've talked to was hyping me up to get it. I said this on GRG. I said I'm going to wait until they got it all bugged up. But again, I listened to people because they said they were in it. I saw the streams. I'm like, oh shit, I got to get on. And then I get it, and I haven't been able to get on yet. It is an absolute waste of money right now. And the one thing that I think a lot of people need to address, I don't care how fun the game may be, you have to look at it from this. For people that spent money on this game to back it, and you still have to go through all types of hoops just to play it, that sends a bad precedent to everybody out there, that to the developers out there that might want to scam people, that send it to the gamers out there that's saying, hey, look, this game is fun, but look, man, you spent $40. This game did not need to be $40 if it wasn't complete. I don't, you know what I'm saying? And this is I agree with Next Gen. They should have waited. They should have had some better backing. They should have prepared for everything. I you know how much I have a lot of love for Adam Sessler, but this is a fail. This is a fail on all levels. You cannot bring out a game that's half-assed like that. This is kind of like the start of the PC realm. Like, there's a lot of PC people that get screwed over because they help fund the game, and then the game comes out botched or it doesn't work at all. And I do not want that shit to come over to the consoles.
You know, Mega, we were talking about this yesterday on Next Podcast, and at that point in time, like Mel backed the game, right? And she was hyping the game up. She was on social media telling everybody when it was coming out, any type of information, stuff like that. So she not only did she back it with money, but she backed it with, you know, letting people know about the game, getting the word out there and stuff like that. So like, she was trying to let people know to kind of wait. It's a smaller development team, and you know, kind of wait, let them resolve the issues. But even she, like, her fuse is only so long, and she's been waiting. Her gamer tag only works like 20% of the time to get into the game itself. The game is glitchy, right? It's fun as hell, but it's glitchy as shit. Like, if you're gonna have issues, either have the game be glitchy, but your server situation be okay, or one or the other. But this game has both problems. It has the server situation, and then it has a bunch of glitches within the game, and we can't accept both.
No.
You know, in my opinion, we can't accept both.
And this goes to the thing about Scalebound. You know what? I'm happy that Phil cut the cord of Scalebound instead of us getting a game that's half-assed because we're playing with our dragon and the damn dragon is doing the typewriter or doing the moonwalk, and then people are bitching about it. Oh, this game sucks. This is the reason why games need to take their time. And if they're not going to be worked, if they're not going to work, then cut the cord. This is bad on all levels. I know this is their first game. It's their first project, and I understand mistakes happen. But come on now, these people should know that, hey, look, this game got a lot of buzz. People are excited about it. It's cool, but it seemed like they only catered to the PC crowd first, and I'm offended by that.
You know, if this Xbox version is a beta, like this is kind of like pointing towards, in terms of like the old menus and stuff like that, there needs to be some type of compensation from this developer, or some type of acceptance of wrongdoing or something like that, because that is completely unacceptable. I mean, they could have delayed stuff. They could have like put the information out there. I mean, Friday the 13th has a cult following. There were people that were waiting for this game to come out, and rightfully so. I mean, Jason is a kick-ass character to be put on Crystal Lake and kind of relive those moments from Friday the 13th. Absolutely amazing. A delay wouldn't have been a problem. Now, I know just for Snaps being on Discord and with the developers in the Friday the 13th page on Discord and stuff, some of the backers were absolutely kind of like, I don't know, they were on the devs' cases about making sure like this game was coming out and all this good stuff. But in the end, the devs have to think about the quality of the game and whether or not it needs a delay. And I really think that this game needed a delay. Plus, it needed pre-orders, just so this way people knew, the devs knew exactly how many people were hyping up for the game on which platform and stuff. So this way they could get they could get the proper server package for the game. I think this game.
Good point. They had no preload. You couldn't preload.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? It was just like,
and I was looking for it. Yeah.
You had to search in the store for it.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't even buy it. Listen, it's a botched mess, and there's all these problems that are all happening that are all true. But for me, when I just get 8 people in private. You could also use LFG. Look for, you look through that and you can find people who are looking to play. When all that does, and like obviously you shouldn't have to do that, but when all that gets done, the game is good. The game is fun. The game is a stream type game. Like a lot of streamers are going to be playing it all the time because it's just a game that you could talk to your the people watching you play, and they can tell you go here, go there, or and then they watch you get smashed up or killed, or you're Jason, obviously. But it's a fun game, and people aren't going to stop playing it. So
let me ask you this, Tim. Do you think?
Yeah,
I was just gonna say, do you think game preview at like $20 would have been a better choice?
Yeah, but you know what? They got the $40, and guess what? There will be refunds, but they probably are gonna. This game is gonna sell. This game is gonna be. I mean, if Microsoft wanted to be aggressive, they could have approached this developer, made it an exclusive, and fixed it up really good, and then it'd be even that much better and be a huge franchise. Mm-hmm. But they got a workings of something that's going to be popular, and I think it's going to do well. I think it's doing well on console. Everyone's playing it. When I go to my thing, I look at it, I see everyone playing it.
Yeah.
Well, Tim,
go ahead.
I just want to ask Tim real quick, because you said it's a streamer's game, and that's absolutely correct. Snaps and we've been streaming more games and stuff. Snaps does a lot of streaming on her channel, but the thing is, even now with the private matches. And like just it's not stable at all. Like you get like people kicked out, or if the host gets kicked out, then everybody's kicked out. Like it's hard to get a full game going, man.
It is, but I agree with you on the stable. But when it works, it's like it's a crazy thing. But when it works, there's something really there. That's what I think the real story is that there's something there.
But Tim, $40 for just something there? Listen to what you're saying.
No, I mean I'm not saying that it's something that somebody should buy. I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, all right. That's what I wanted to hear. Like, I mean, okay, this
Well,
is
you can't recommend
dollars.
You can't recommend something that's broken, and
Right.
you could say it's broken. You definitely could say it's broken. But there is, like I said, aside from all that, there is something like if this gets past this part where it's going to be rough and they get things smoothed out, and then they build on the game, they're going to have something that was a success, believe it or not, even with all this bullshit.
See, now I think it depends on the time. Like, I'm concerned now when it comes to the stability of the game and everything. I think it depends on how long it takes. You're going to have the cult following of like Friday the 13th, pick up the game and all that good stuff. But when it comes down to it, the people who are like, well, damn, that just looks like a cool game, maybe we'll get into that. The longer that the servers are fucked up, the longer that the glitches are going on. I remember Snaps jumped out of the second floor of a building and got stuck like in the stairs. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's one thing to have one or the other, but this game has both. It has server issues and it has
let me say this. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, a game is most popular like in the first 2-3 days, the weekends, and like I said, as far as the streaming community. But even after that, playing the game for like an hour or so, there's only like it's getting kind of bored and repetitive. It's only like what 3-4 you know, and again, it moves to me. It feels like very clunky, like you're running and you get stuck on a rock. And I understand games will have glitches. I get that, you know what I mean. But to me, the way that it moves and feels, it feels to me like still like a beta, you know.
Yeah. That's because the Xbox One version is a beta.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
I mean,
the controls are horrible.
Yeah,
they got to fix it.
Yeah, look, it's fun. Apparently, I believe, according to their Discord or whatever, that they had like 50,000 people trying to log on it. I'm not sure if that's the Xbox One version or all, but that's a lot more than what people originally thought. Hey, we got almost 400 watching. Please hit the like button, guys.
I was just gonna say that. Wait, hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah, give it to us. Share, do all that kind of good stuff, man. We're trying to do some good shows for you guys, man. We're heading into E3 time, and it's going to be real busy and stuff like that. So,
yeah, I'm going to be
brewing some coffee and shit like that, man. Yeah, it's going to be wild. But I actually, this was a game. I love the music and the it's very Friday the 13th. It's got some cheesiness to it, but I like that.
Oh yeah.
You can deal with some of the janky stuff because the Friday the 13th movies were janky. You know, so I kind of like that aspect, and I think the music is cool and it's funny as hell. And like you freak out, you're like I was streaming it and I was screaming like you know what I mean? Like it freaks you out. And I think that this game can be great if they maybe had just taken a little bit more time with it. You know,
what will push it over the top? What would make it great for you?
To work.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Shout out Tim. Hey, Tim, at the end of the day, right? Check it out. I get what they were trying to do with it. It's I guess kind of ambitious, but to me, it just kind of falls flat. It kind of falls short because once you get, I guess if you're in a party and you know the people, live streaming is fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. After that, like I don't know, it just got to me very bored, very repetitive. I get the gas for the car, I get the keys.
Well, they're going to have a story mode. They're going to have a single player mode that they said that, unfortunately it wasn't ready for launch. But then again, the whole fucking game wasn't ready for launch.
Right.
What? Yeah. Well, yeah. It's going to be free. You know what I don't understand is why not? Why not delay it till you have the story and the server is already beta tested on Xbox? I don't even know if they beta tested
because they need the sales from the multiplayer version to help fund the goddamn
to help
the single player.
That
makes sense, man.
Well, another thing that they could have done that made sense is that it was already on the PC and it looked like it was working there. They could have just put it out on a PC, had more console gamers more hungry for it by just having it there, and then delay the console version and then work and fix and patch up with whatever they had to do. And then it would have been even, I think, a more success because there would have been so many people still watching it from YouTube. I don't. I think they, I don't know. Like you said, is it the publisher's fault or who? I mean, is it
Mega? If the only thing wrong about a PC release, and I know I'm probably gonna get some hate from those elitists out there, but like when you release on PC, as soon as that shit hits Pirate Bay, you're fucked. You're not getting anything. All right, there's people that are just doing the fucking black market version of the game, and that's it. So there's no guarantee that you're gonna make quite a profit on PC. So you don't know if it's going to be able to fund the rest of it. That would be the only reason I'd like for just a straight PC release at first. I would be like, no, don't do that.
Okay, but we're almost in the territory of No Man's Sky land. There's going to be a lot of people asking for their money back. I mean, I'm giving it until Tuesday. If it's not worked out, patched up by Tuesday, I'm getting my damn money back. I'm trying to give them a chance. I mean, we're talking about $40 here, and I mean, I could have spent that on something else, on another game.
Hey, to their credit, they are keeping everybody up to date on Twitter and stuff like that.
Well, that's fine.
Because if you remember, Sean Murray took the hell off. He's like, gone. He's like, gotta go. You know what I mean?
I'll never talk to you again. Thank you. Bye.
You haven't really heard from him at all since then. So I think that's kind of indicative of what's going on. But I want to also talk about marketing rights, right? Because
marketing gate.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? And I'll get this right out of the way. So Sony has Far Cry 5, Destiny 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty World War 2, Battlefront 2. Looks like they have FIFA now, which yeah. So I mean that looks bad, but let's try and look at the positive here. Microsoft.
Goddamn time, crap. That's what we're talking about.
Hold on, look, Microsoft. Listen to what Microsoft could have these games, which would make it interesting. Maybe not as big as some of the Sony ones, but if they do got the Assassin's Creed, if they do got the Splinter Cell, if they do have Borderlands 3, like I've heard rumors of, you know what I mean? They could have some big games. They're going to have Shadow of War. They have some games that they can actually talk about that look good. Shadow of War in 4K looks amazing. So they have some games that they can show off, and there's going to be stuff that we don't know about. So, again, Microsoft would have done some internal things where they found out, hey, when we've done marketing rights, it didn't matter. We still didn't sell as much. We don't have as many consoles out there. Let's just save some money. And that could be what they're doing. Maybe they're saving us money to get us a $399 Scorpio. You know what I mean? Like marketing deals, it sucks because we're not getting the big ones like what we want. But at the end of the day, as gamers, they're really not affecting us, which,
no, they're not.
The fight in me, the Xbot in me wants them to get that shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want them to get that because I want them to put up that fucking fight because I do, man. I fight it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no matter what it is, man, you want your thing to be it. And the fact that they're not is a bit depressing. But as Xbox fans, man, we got to be happy, and hopefully we get the mic drop moment with the $399 Scorpio. We get the 4K True games, apparently, like I was reading that the boss of Xbox in China actually was saying that he mentions games that are 4K. I don't know if that's like nobody's really talking about this, but he said that he said the new FIFA title, Call of Duty World War II, Madden, Red Dead Redemption 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2. He confirmed this is the boss in China, the head of Xbox in China. Said that those games,
China, I don't care.
He's like, those games are 4K on Scorpio. So you're just like, whoa. And he also confirms that they're going to have some kind of mixed reality and VR type stuff at E3 as well. So
they will.
Yeah, I think that's incredibly interesting to say the least. And so that there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be happening. I think the fact that people are doubting Xbox or down on Xbox, that's going to play into their hands. I don't see Phil as panicking or anything like that.
No,
but
well, crap. I gotta go with this whole marketing deal. I gotta go with what K Mega has said. With Microsoft and Xbox listening to the consumers, listening to the gamers, being on social media and stuff like that. At one point in time, the Xbox community was like, fuck third marketing deals. We don't need that. We want exclusives. We want new IPs from you guys and stuff, even though they were giving them out still with Sunset Overdrive, with Rise. I mean, I could go on and on with the past 3 years, the exclusives that came out. But they're like, no, we don't want third marketing deals. No, we're glad Call of Duty you dropped that third marketing deal and stuff. And now, guess what, guys? You're getting what you paid for. And now the community is kind of coming back and bitching about it, but it's It's what the community asked for. I want to see what they do with exclusives, with new IPs. I want to see a rebirth of Perfect Dark. I want to see a reboot of Fable, and that's going to take time, you know.
Right, and then also let me make this point before everybody else gets started. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a question. At the end of the generation, what was PlayStation getting the love for? Was it for their marketing deals, or was it for their exclusives? Thank you. Okay, so everything about what happened in 2013 was just a perfect storm for Sony with the DRM and all that. But when it came down to it, the exclusives of Sony got all the critic acclaim. It wasn't marketing deals. The 360 had all the marketing deals. Now it's just a reverse cycle, and it's time for Microsoft to bring those exclusives back to get that critically acclaimed games over to the gamers and finally start getting the respect that they deserve. Fuck these marketing rights. That's money wasted. For the money that they have to spend on everything, that's less money that's going towards a game that we've been asking for from the OG Xbox. That's why I think the strategy is perfect. I think what everybody was talking about 2 years ago was the right strategy, and Microsoft is listening to it. So let's just give them time.
Here's my take on that, right? I agree with you, yes and no. The problem with, like I say, a critically acclaimed game, I got a goddamn lazy tongue. Critically acclaimed games, Microsoft does, I mean, whether you say tomato, they don't have the same games as Sony. They don't review as high, you know what I mean? It's fact, you know. They're not as loved by the media, their games, like Sony games and Nintendo games. But, you know, the marketing deals, you have new hardware. Now, they did go out and get a few marketing deals this generation, but the problem is that with those third-party deals, those games ran better on a rival platform. You know what I mean? And that wasn't the case last generation with the 360. So, and again, you know, I mean, I get it. And we get it. We're in the hardcore, but you do have the casual people that don't know that may walk into GameStop and see Star Wars Battlefront 2, you know, only now on place. You know how you do this little shit.
Call of Duty World War II like that too. I even asked them when I went to GameStop. I'm like, "What's the deal with that?" Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they pushed that version too. If you want to pre-order, they put it down as PS4.
You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by far as that being an issue, especially like you said. You know, even with the FIFA thing, it's not that big here, but that's huge in Europe. You come out, you got the best version of FIFA, 4K, 60, and the textures and all that stuff. You know, that's huge. You know, shit, FIFA might be as big as the Star Wars game. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so I guess we're going to see.
Huge. FIFA is huge.
I mean, it's not that big here in the States, but globally, it's a huge game. You know what I mean? So, and
that's bad right there, man.
Okay, but this is the thing, though. Do you actually think, though, Z, that because the PlayStation is going to get the marketing deal, that the people that's already been playing FIFA on the Xbox are just going to automatically?
That's not what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying, take us away. Again, we don't bring these companies any money. Us, the heart, the day one is the casuals. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's them. You know, they don't keep their finger on the pulse. They may buy one or two games every year. You know what I mean? So that's really for them. We're gonna go out and buy every goddamn thing, you know, when it comes out. You know, we don't need marketing deals and we don't deceive. You know what I mean? Well, and like Crash said, just I guess the inner Xbot in me want to see them show Star Wars Battlefront on running the big. Listen, whether we're
fighters, that's why we've been fighting this whole fucking generation.
Yes,
so it's understandable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's understandable. Best version of multiplats, you know.
We do, yeah.
You know, we can say who got the better exclusive. We can argue about that till the cows come home. But multiplats, we all share the same. You know what I mean? And we got our teeth kicked in of 900p, this, that, and the other. Like, you know, I don't like. We'll see though. You know, at the end of the day.
For me, I'm going to be honest. I saw crap writing about it when the FIFA deal came. The FIFA deal or the threatening of the FIFA deal. Usually, when that happens, it usually goes the way that the rumors are coming. But the FIFA deal pissed me off because I feel like they're at a point where they're really, you know, throwing in the towel as far as with stuff like that. And I don't necessarily think that's a smart idea. Losing FIFA is the marketing deal when they're big in Europe, and it's something that helps them in UK with the Legends pack and stuff like that. That deal is a smart deal for them. They shouldn't have lost that.
With the
Like,
Scorpio.
it doesn't make sense to me. So I see the cost cutting, and I realize that they might have Scorpio for $3.99, and I'm willing to be accepting of some things, as far as I realize that they can't, there might be some budgetary things, but as a gamer, they have to deliver now on first party. When I'm seeing all these cost cutting moves, I'm like, now you're gonna have to put something. You're gonna have to give us something now, and I feel that it's at that point where they have to, with all of Phil's words of this, that has to come true. And if it doesn't come true, then they're gonna lose the hardcore, and that is something that they don't want to do.
Tim, I've been talking to
being a PlayStation guy, because that's basically you never know if they really turn their back and went Steam Machine, and they had a guy like Crapgamer. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want to make a point is that if he goes Xbox, goes Sony, and is like whatever, you really can't blame him.
Hey, I am noticing
everyone.
Noticing a lot of people taking the M out of their name and stuff like that because
that's crazy, man.
Well, people are getting AK Meg. I do have to say something because somebody DM'd me a good dude. He's an Xbox dude, TLR9. He says tell K Mega yes, because Sony will have the FIFA Legends if they have marketing rights, and that's a big deal. A lot of people in Europe would buy the Xbox version.
Yeah, that's huge.
Just for that.
Just because of that FIFA Legend.
It is huge. No, go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I just want to say that if they did lose that would be weird. You know what I mean? Because look, there are people like Xbox Pope, and they buy these things. Like I remember he bought his son the FIFA. Those bundles sell extremely well for Microsoft over there. So that is a little bit odd. Now, what if they lose Madden as well?
I think
Madden,
Madden's locked.
They won't lose that.
They're not going to lose, man, because that's an American company. Look, I don't know if they're trying to do the Donald Trump and say America first. I don't know, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. But the thing of it is that I'm all in support of this because these extra dollars. I know the FIFA thing is bad. The FIFA thing is bad. I do. Oh, man. The FIFA thing is bad. But like I said, I'm holding steady. I'm holding on to this. I'm keeping that anchor down. I'm not lifting it up and getting the fuck on. I'm
Mega.
Steady.
Yo, if I can just
put the money in the first party games.
We hope, okay, Mega. That's a shot in the world. We hope. We wish that money might go back to some other shit soon.
Look, there's a lot of money that they have taken away. That they've drawn away from the marketing to go towards their vision. I think that it takes time to get to it. Remember how everybody was clowning DirectX 12, the secret sauce? They were saying it was a lost unicorn.
I don't remember anybody damage controlling that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was talking about dedicated servers. Who need those?
Yeah.
It's all coming to form now. And once the Scorpio gets here, and once people start seeing those kiosks with these certain games, it's going to start changing the narrative. As long as Xbox brings those first party, and that's what Phil promised, and that's what I'm waiting to see. That's what I'm willing to give him.
Here's the thing. Look at it like this, can't make a real shit, right? They by them, you say as long as they bring the first party, but Sony's still able to give us their first party and still have the deals. So
that is weird. I mean, think about it, right?
But we still get to play those games, though.
I'm not negating. I'm not saying these games are exclusive, but you got to realize you got to take yourself away from this equation, bro. You're going to get it. I'm going to get it. We know that these games are multi-plats, but when you see that commercial prime time on TV, you know what I mean, and they have new hardware that's coming. This is the thing. They have new hardware that's coming out this holiday season. And you want some of those biggest games because I don't give a fuck who's releasing exclusive this year. And none of those games are going to be bigger than Destiny 2. None of those exclusives are going to be bigger than Star Wars or Call of Duty. You know what I mean? You want, to advertise your new, more powerful 4K console. Hey, play Star Wars Battle 4K 60 or whatever the hell it's going to be. Only on, how they do Project Scorpio, whatever the hell it's going to be. That's huge. You know what I mean? You said they can, they saving money for this. I don't care about Microsoft's money. I'm not in there. I don't care. But it's when you have your competition still being able to do it and still get their, exclusives, and you're not, at least people scratching their head like, what the hell is going on over there? That's
Yo,
all
Z,
that I'm saying.
Yo, Z, not for anything. This is why, man. I love being on BGST and I love like talking games with you, man. Because when everybody was talking about exclusives and everything like that, you were breaking down how important multiplats and third-party marketing deals were. And of course, you would have people in the chat, people on social media telling you were fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
About the exclusives. And now look at what's going on. Yo, Xbox is like, you know what? When it comes to third-party marketing deals, we're not going heavy in it at all. And now social media, people in the chat are flipping out. And you said this. You were the first dude, man, out of everybody. And it's fucking funny to see you kind of like sit back and be like, you know what? I told you so.
Oh yeah, hey, bro, I'm used to that shit there. But at the end of the day, it's just basic business 101. We like exclusives. We talk about, we brag about them, but they don't hold the punch that they used to. You know what I mean? Who's talking about Horizon Zero Dawn? Who's talking about Zelda? It is what it is. That's
That's the media, though. I think a lot of the haters in the media has gotten to a lot of you guys' ears. I mean, I love the hate. I love the disdain. I love when these motherfuckers call me names. It makes me excited. It makes me want to do a video right then.
You tell them.
I'm still a rookie. Yeah, I'm still a baby in this YouTube thing. But you know what? This is the thing that gets me amped up is the fact that I love to take the L now, but then have them eat crow later. That's what I like. And I know that, whatever the strategies that Phil have said, he's, or the staff, they have done what they've said so far. They have not strayed. Now they've had to take a couple of things back. But when it came down to the fundamental thing about what they were trying to do with the Scorpio, we didn't know what that was at the time. But everything else that they've been trying to do, they have been listening to us. And that's the thing that's why I believe in them, because they have been listening to us. We can't change just because the wind changes with the media. That's just what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I agree. They do listen to us. And I think that, just to cut in, Crap, I think that as fans, everyone here and everyone that's listening and people on Twitter, tell them what you want. Tell them that maybe because they do listen. And I don't think marketing deals are going to change, but my thing is that you better just play. You better, you talked about it. He did say marketing is not part of the vision, but then put the money where your mouth is. Have games, have studios to build first party. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Tim, what Microsoft and Xbox do, what they're doing with listening to us on social media and everything like that, it's a double-edged sword. All right, yo, you put people in mass quantities in a huge group together, they're finicky as shit, man. They'll be like, well, we want this and we want this. Yeah, that sounds good. We want this. Let's back what that dude said. And then all of a sudden Microsoft be like, well, they said they wanted that. And then they'll put it out and be like, well, nah, we didn't want it like that. Like, yo, it is so hard to listen to such a big group, such as gamers, listen to a big group and pull out exactly what will work and what won't work. I think they need to listen to us to a certain extent, man.
With Xbox, don't you think that if we tell them that we want games created, that they'll listen to
Dude, we told them we want exclusives, and now we're bitching about
you guys remember, though? Hold on. Like, this generation is so stupid in a lot of ways. Like, I love it, but I hate it, right? Like, no other generation and console generation have we ever given a shit about resolution in a console game. We never have.
That's
and
the most
so,
horrible argument, man.
So now we do. Not only do we care about resolution now, but that's taking precedent and fucking marketing rights. Like, since when is resolution and marketing rights? Like, honestly, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I know sometimes I can be down on it because it does look like sometimes Microsoft just, I don't know, doesn't care. I don't know. Phil, I equate this, and I said this on MNC Mornings this morning. Phil, I equate him taking over as a head coach taking over a football team. We are 3+ years in. Time to see some things coming around at this E3. Like, you got to see that vision. Like, we rebuilt the past few years. Now let's see what we got. Like Scorpio and the Xbox One S, great fucking starts. Now let's see what kind of games you have, sir. You know what I mean? You closed down the fat. You closed down Lionhead and got rid of all of that stuff that was just dragging you down. Let's see what you got, sir. Yeah, let's see what you have. It's time to show us what you have as Xbox boss. Like you're 3+ years in. And I know that they watched some of the shows because it got back to me that they kind of had a little meeting and we're talking a little bit about this game that we were playing on Xbox Nation a couple weeks ago where we were playing a game like, who would you rather fire? Shannon Loftus or Aaron Greenberg if you had to? And yeah. And so we found out that, you know, like
Aaron.
everybody, well, yeah, Aaron was the one that a lot of people picked. Shannon was in particular one that I picked because I don't feel like she's not doing as good a job as Phil was doing in that role. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Again, let's wait and see what they have this E3. I'm not going to panic because they could have a hell of a lot of good things as we pass 500 watching. Hit the like button, folks, because we fucking appreciate it. You guys rock.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, I just feel like they have to show us what their future is. Like, I know it's the most powerful console.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, that's the best place to play, but you can't forget about the games too because the other side won't let us. Now, I want exclusives too, but we all know that exclusives aren't the things that sell consoles anymore as much as they were like the previous generations. It's all about having the best multiplats. You know what I mean?
That's
the best
this generation, though. Crap. That's the thing now. Yeah, this is the thing, right? Look, let's not forget again why PlayStation got to this point. They had great first-party games at the end of the generation, and they ported them over to this generation, and people still talk about them. And there's this lore. As long as Xbox brings these exclusive games that PlayStation can have, or or Nintendo, they will be in that same place. They just got to be well made. That's all that there is to do. Plus, give us an abundance of indies. People love indies. So as long as you do that, and you come with a couple of marketing deals with a couple of things, then at that point in time, Xbox is going to have a great library of games that they can go on without just hearing the same rhetoric behind Forza, Gears, Halo. You see what I'm saying? And then they have a great portfolio, and then you go on, and then you can start working on those marketing deals later on once you have a strong portfolio. They have to rebuild their portfolio right now, and PlayStation is going to have to revert to going back to the sparse moment because they're spending so much fucking money on these marketing deals. That's the one thing I don't think anybody's addressing.
You know, like, I mean, I guess that's a good point. I think that, you know, the marketing deals aren't the be all end all. I think just as fans, we want to see Microsoft kind of go for it. And the fact that Sony now they're actually starting to get some exclusives up. And look, you got to be honest about that. They are like, and it takes them usually a good 3 years or so. And so
Then they get Lawbreaker.
they got the exclusive. Yeah.
No.
And they get stuff like Lawbreaker.
No, don't calm down. I know it was announced for PS4,
No, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. If anybody should be getting games right now, it's Xbox. And that game is right up their alley.
Good.
Hey, definitely.
Hey, you great segue. Look, Lawbreakers, which this is kind of why it hurts Microsoft. Cliffy B's a Microsoft guy. He fucking did
Cliffy
Gears
B
of War.
left pissed though.
I know he left Epic Games pissed because they weren't doing games anymore, right? So he started his own thing. But at the same time, this guy apparently tried to get money from Phil, and Phil balked at the amount, and Sony didn't. And so Sony's got this. And here's the thing. Phil just gets done talking about, we like service games.
Right.
This is a fucking service game.
Yep.
This is an online game where you're going to buy packs and shit like that. That is right up Microsoft's alley. This would be perfect to do that. Now, I realize they're starting to get some other stuff like the culling and some of these other games that nobody seems to be talking about for some reason.
The culling has actually went. The culling was a big streamers game, right? When it was like
PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds too. That's coming to Xbox as well.
Well, Battleground. I think they got that at the perfect time. But when it comes to the culling, I think the culling has already lived its life type thing. It might get a little bit of a rejuvenation on console, but it already PC streamers already streamed the shit out of that. Like people are kind of tired of seeing it. From what I've been watching like streams of that game for a long time. I thought it was a cool ass game. I'm actually I'm kind of excited that it's coming to Xbox, but I don't think it's going to be the same entity that it was on the PC though. I think it kind of lived its life, and now it's going to go into the elderly home. It's going to move down to Florida with you, Crap, into the elderly home, man.
I agree, but listen, some of these games can be pretty big for they can find new homes on console. People that want to play these things will play them on console. Not because everybody that wants to play games won't play them on PC if that's the only place they are. Like, I'm a console guy. I don't care about these games on PC. That's a you problem if you think otherwise. Like, I'm not a PC guy, right? Look, I just got to be honest. I get offered a million fucking Steam codes every day. I do. I'm just being honest with you guys. I turn them all down. I could have
bastard. Where's this love? Why can't Mega don't get this love?
Well, you know what? Okay, Mega, I'll talk to you offline. All right.
All right,
but listen, like, I don't care about, and that's not a put down. Like, if you play PC, great. I'm just a 28-year veteran of console gaming. I prefer it. I'll always prefer it. I don't care about PC gaming. So when some of these games that I am interested in finally come to console, that's where I'm happy about it. That's where I'm happiest. Like, there's not a lot of PC games that I even care about, but it's like sometimes I care about, the RTSs and stuff. I would love more RTSs on Xbox, and they own some.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I loved Halo Wars. I'm actually probably one that's really looking forward to getting some DLC for that at E3 announced.
Yes, I am too. You're not the only one.
Yeah.
You shut up, crap. We need to hear it. We need that Halo 6 teaser, man. Fuck.
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
Halo
I
Wars
do,
2
but-
DLC.
We don't need to talk about Halo 6.
Hey, if they're not talking about Halo 6, then they're going to be bringing some fire. So let's just keep it positive.
True, I think it's going to be hardware edition, though. Like, it's going to be E3 hardware edition. They're going to do that mixed reality.
The haters are going to hate, but what else is new? It's us against the world, folks.
Well,
I mean,
let me ask Tim a question. Hey, Tim, you there, Tim?
Yeah, of course.
I think you've been kind of even kill this show here. So what will be a letdown for you for Microsoft at E3? Now,
$4.99 and no games, because I think they're going to be light on games.
What do you mean by games? Now, we know we're going to see.
I think you're going to see 2 Japanese games, okay, and probably Xbox fans will be like, but even though we have that variety talk and stuff, but I do think you're going to see 2 Japanese games. I think you'll see one
exclusives or multi-plats.
No, like there'll be like games that were already on PlayStation that are coming to the system, and maybe being 4K or whatever, have some type of tie-in. I don't think that they might have one new AAA, and they might have like maybe a AA, like a smaller game. But I don't think they're going to be strong on games. There's no way, in my opinion.
So is that a letdown for you?
That's not a letdown, because I feel like in 2018, when the market starts to, they see Scorpio is doing well, that they're gonna.
Are you saying wait till E3 2018? Right now, Tim. Don't do that.
Wait to E3. Wait to E3.
No, that's why I think they have to have the mic drop of $3.99. I think I'll be disappointed if it's $4.99.
I agree.
And they have a light thing. Then I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be disappointed. I mean, I'll be happy, but I'm not going to be giving them glowing.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm not disappointed by it being $500. As long as I'm getting a premium console for my money, bang for my buck. If this thing's gonna give us everything, it's the second coming, Emmanuel, Jesus Christ, I'm cool with $500. Recording 4K, 16 HDR, all that stuff. I'm fine with that. So if it's not $400, I'm okay. At the end of the day, I paid $500 for the Xbox One in 2013.
Right.
I'm cool with that. I don't have an issue at all.
Guys, not for anything. People are talking like doom and gloom for E3 this year coming up. Now, look at this. Forza Motorsport 7. Now, if you're going to show something graphically on an Xbox, you're going to show it through Forza Motorsport, and that is going to drop jaws, all right? You're going to get new hardware with the Scorpio. Yo, Crackdown, from what I'm hearing from people kind of like behind closed doors, when people see that shit, they are going to piss themselves. All right, that thing is looking absolutely outstanding. All right, you see
Crackdown.
The Assassin's Creed go back to their roots. The core Assassin's Creed fans have been kind of like pissy the last few iterations, the last few titles. If they go back to their roots with this Egypt thing and they show that with the graphical fidelity that the Scorpio has and stuff like that, and we'll be watching this on Beam in 4K, right? I'm sorry, Mixer in 4K. My bad. Yeah. All right, you get the mixed reality stuff for people who like headsets, all right? And it's funny because it's not just VR. and it's for a cheaper price point than the PlayStation VR. All right, then you get the teaser for a Fable reboot, and if you possibly get something for a reimagining of Perfect Dark that we've been talking about for the last couple of years, that rumor just will not go away, I think we will have an absolutely quality show.
Hey,
Like I don't see what people are bitching about.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me say this as well. Since I like what you're saying, but this is what I'm talking about. What Z and his doom and gloom bullshit.
I ain't doom and gloom.
Send y'all shit to Hades, bro. That shit is garbage.
I'm going live.
We're doing it live now. Okay, so let's check it out. Now, I get what you're saying, Z, and I agree with Tim and you that if it's 500, that's going to be that. That's going to be the only thing that everybody's going to talk about. We told you it's 500, so anything positive that Xbox is going to talk about, that's going to be the Achilles heel, and that's going to kill E3 for them. They have a $500 price point. I totally agree with that. I know that you don't have a problem with that, but everybody else will. As for me, I'm going to give my one prediction right now, and I'm looking at it right now as I watch Injustice 2. I really do think that that the NetherRealm is going to take over on Killer Instinct and going to make that game. I think that's going to be one of the secrets of E3. And I think State of Decay is going to be that game that's going to be the most popular out of all the games.
They're going to make the next.
I think they're gonna.
Mega, no, man, don't say that, man. If we get a Mortal Kombat KI kind of like mashup that Ed Boon was talking about, then that would be fine. But I don't want NetherRealm Studios taking. I think Iron Galaxy has done an incredible job with KI.
They've done an incredible job, but you know what NetherRealm is doing with the story mode? They make the most epic fighting stories. Shit out of the last two generations. I can't, even as much as I love Tekken, the story of Tekken is not on the level of what NetherRealm does with Mortal Kombat or with Injustice. So if you imagine that if NetherRealm got to make Killer Instinct and they get out there and put that and got that story mode, it's a wrap. And then it's going to be an esports game as well.
Hey, Crap, you drug tests can't make it for the show tonight?
No,
I said a prediction. I didn't say this is a fact. I said this is a prediction. This is my first prediction I'm giving out, and I hope it's true because
this is something that you want, or what would lead you to like what?
Okay, when I'm playing a couple certain characters, like when you play Firestarter or when you're playing with Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing plays just like Glacius, just with a few different skills, and Firestarter plays like I can't think of his name right now, the fire guy that's on Killer Instinct. That would make so much sense. I mean, because, Ed Boon did say he would love to work on doing a crossover. Now, if they do a crossover, that'd be great, but I would think that NetherRealm would have the go-ahead to go ahead and make the game, and then, you have Iron Galaxy help them out on strategies and things like that. That would be huge. Then on top of that, you have Killer Instinct. You have just Killer Instinct. What they're going to do will be a AAA game. On top of that, it'll look better. Everything will be enhanced in 4K. You cannot beat that. That'll be a premier fighter for Xbox. It already is a premier fighter, but it will be a better premier fighter. And then,
mashup, dude. Don't let NetherRealm take over. Not for anything. The feel of KI is so much different. There might be resemblances like between like characters going from Injustice and KI. But the way KI is structured with the combo system and stuff like that, keep that. Let Iron Galaxy evolve that more. But work with NetherRealm. Do a mashup together like Ed Boon wants to do. I see no problem with that. One thing we haven't talked about is what in the paperwork with Sega, Xbox, Microsoft is listed as a partner for upcoming IPs that they're kind of like rejuvenating and stuff like that. I think that's also something huge in Xbox's favor. If they get the right titles from Sega, like that would be absolutely amazing. If they could get them as exclusives and stuff, like I think that is a really, really good step as well. Man, you know what? K-Mega, the people are in the chat are comparing you to Shannon Sharp, man. I don't know. I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that as a negative, bro.
I wouldn't take that as a negative. He's popular as hell. I mean,
man.
Let him go.
Wasn't he on Dancing with the Stars at one time, man? Are you gonna?
No,
I don't know, man. He's
a champion. He's a champion. He's a
He does that first take with Skip Bayless, and he does that first take with Skip Bayless, which is funny as hell.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Let me share you guys what I think, because I did a video with this stuff. Like, here's my best case scenario for Microsoft at E3: Xbox Scorpio $399, Forza Motorsport 7, State of Decay 2. We're gonna get a release date. We're gonna get some new Killer Instinct. Crackdown 3 release date. Beta starts that day. I think we're gonna get a Sea of Thieves open beta announcement that's gonna come later this year, but the game's gonna get delayed until March of next year. Assassin's Creed Origins, new Splinter Cell, Madden, Borderlands 3. They're going to show some VR stuff, but it's going to be like pretty cool stuff like Fallout 4, Doom. There's going to be Forza 7 VR enabled, Halo VR or mixed reality experience, Cuphead release date and price, Ori and the Blind Forest 2, Shadow of War, a Fable teaser, 2 unknown exclusives that we don't know about, the new Wolfenstein, Evil Within 2, Deck 13 possibly showing something. And they're going to show some older games, stuff like Gears 4, Halo 5 running 4K 60 on Scorpio. To me, that sounds fire. Like maybe it doesn't to you, but yeah, that sounds like a fucking great show. And then if you want any of the other
Minecraft
multi-plats, yeah, well, there's going to be some Minecraft shit. Who cares? But if you want any of the other stuff, right, tune in to Sony's the next day. You're going to get all that shit that they show is going to be on Scorpio, but better on Scorpio, folks. That's why I love Sony's show. They show all that third-party shit that I'm going to be playing. Battlefront 2. First on fucking Scorpio. Why? Because we have EA access. FIFA, even if it's fucking marketed by Sony, first on Xbox with EA access. Madden, first on Xbox with EA access. They've got this shit locked down, and that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. And we happy you. Thank you, Tom. Yes.
That EA access is a fucking gold mine right there. And
yeah.
Yo, to all those extreme extreme ponies out there and stuff, how's it feel to know that Yoshida fucking turned that shit down? Like, you can see all the stuff on PlayStation, but Xbox people are the ones that are gonna play the games first. Amazing.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Guess how many people are gonna be fucking streaming and showing Battlefront 2 a week before fucking PlayStation gets it? We're all gonna be streaming the shit, mixers and all this kind of shit, right? We're gonna be playing it in 4K. And the rest of you are going to be playing it in fucking 4K. We're having to spend thousands of dollars on a fucking PC. We're going to be spending $399 to play that shit in native 4K. And that's 100%. Anybody with a Scorpio is going to be playing native 4K. Why? Because you just look at the fucking documents and they say games made for this generation to run at 900 and 1080p on the Xbox One are going to be native 4K on the Xbox Scorpio. That's in print, people. That's a fucking fact. And we know that they built Scorpio to do that. 900 to 1080p games on Xbox One are going to be native 4K on Scorpio. Say it with me. 900p to 1080p on Xbox One, native 4K on Scorpio. That's right, folks. Lock that shit in, and that's going to have a lot of people upset.
Rack them up. I wish we had this.
No, man. Rack that shit up. 550 plus watching us. Hit that fucking like button. Let's roll, man. Let's roll. Let's go.
550? Yeah, you're getting really you're getting hyped up on the count.
Yeah, man. Let's get that shit going, man. Let's get that shit going, man.
I never hit 600. I know you have. I think
E3. We went to like 800 last year. E3 crap was like that.
Yeah, you know, E3 we always hit. Here's the thing: like we just sprung people on a BGST on my channel with no real kind of advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we had advertised or something, we probably do even better. But yeah, we got a pretty good fucking crowd out here. Don't forget, man. We do BGSTs on Next Gen's channel. It's always good. It's always a good time, man. We're kicking it off. We got all kinds of coverage coming for E3. It's going to be a 2-day thing where we're fucking live all the time on different, it's going to be fun. And I'm excited. I think everybody should be really excited. Tim, you're going to be in there. I listened to their show from last year, and I think I hear Tim yelling when they announced Scorpio. He's like,
yeah, right? Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
That's me. Yeah, I know. That really is me.
I know. I'm like, that's Tim.
Yeah. And let's not forget that they're going to have some backwards compatible games to probably be released like that day. And, you never know. It could be a Ninja Gaiden 2. It could be, any of the list of games that we still are waiting for that we've asked for. So that'd be huge as well.
Dude, not for anything, but that beta for Crackdown. That beta for Crackdown, if that happens and it goes on like that day, it's like, it's live right now.
Here's the thinking behind that. I've heard that. But also they're going to do like a marketing thing where you pre-order Crackdown 3, you get Crackdown 1 and 2 backwards compatible, et cetera, et cetera. But remember, we were supposed to get Crackdown 3 beta last year, game is releasing this holiday, you still got to beta test that thing. So you're going to beta test it right at E3 because they've been doing some kind of surprise like that every E3. So it makes sense. Beta test that shit so you don't have all kinds of problems. Because
what
guess
was the beta coming with Gears of War 4? What is the beta? What was it going to be on last year? I forgot.
we had they gave us what did they give us last?
Did the Crackdown beta? I forgot.
They gave us Tekken last year. Tekken Cross something. Yeah, remember?
Oh goodness.
Yeah, the great Harada came on stage. Like I said, fuck Kojima, Harada. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So they did that, remember? And then the year before they're like, you can download Gears Ultimate and play the beta right now. So like that's super exciting. Yo, guys, come on, man. Crackdown garbage. It's like, here's the thing. Some of you haters don't make any sense. You're like, all Microsoft has is Halo, Forza, and Gears. But then when they don't do those, then you say everything else is garbage too. Which is it? Is just are you just random haters? Are you idiots? Are you ass buckets? What's the deal? Like, is it just because it's Xbox? Like, seriously, come on.
No, I don't know. I don't know. You know what it is at the end of the day? We all know that the Xbox is held to a different standard than anyone else. So I don't know if it's because they have so much money or people are afraid or, you know what I mean? We all know that the playing field is not even or not level, how the fuck you want to say it, but and at the end of the day, it's my thing. Here's my thing. Fuck it. Is that Microsoft, you don't stop doing one thing to do something else. Don't forget to what got you here and what made you great. And that's kind of what they did at the start of this generation, with the 360. They was out there and they got big hit and they got cocky, you know what I mean? Even with the exclusives, I get it. You got the exclusive pump, but don't stop, like I said again, with the marketing deals, It didn't really work for you in your favor because your rival competitor had the better versions, but that's not going to be the case anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what?
Hardware.
They might have a secret weapon in Cyberpunk 2077 at E3 too. So let's keep that in mind. Cyberpunk 2077. A lot of people are looking forward to that game.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red's next project. Yes,
they have a really good relationship with Microsoft.
They were shitting on Witcher 3. Jesus.
Yeah, I get that. That was an ex-Sony.
That was then. This is now, man. Like
the year and a half ago, 2 years ago. What the hell was that?
Yeah, they had. Yeah, there was an ex-Sony developer who said that shit. Like, forget that. But that's a game that, if associated with Xbox, and especially if they play it on Scorpio, that's going to be head and shoulders above all the other versions. And that's what we need to see. We need to see these games on Scorpio. They need to advertise some of this stuff too, because we need to see these bundles. Look, Xbox Game Pass is released for us Xbox One. Like, if you're a gold member, you can get it now. Mm-hmm. So basically it releases for everybody else June 1st, which is just a few days away. The first 2-week trial is free. It's $9.99 per month. There's over 100. I think there's 112 games right now.
Yeah, there's games for a join.
Yeah, it's included. Well, you can see them. They change every month. Some of them, not sure how it works, where like if you download them, you still get to keep those as long as you have them downloaded or whatever. I think that's how it works. But there's stuff like Halo 5. There's a good amount of games. What's interesting is I see people playing these games, even some of the 360 ones. Like, I see Fable 3 achievements on my feed, and I see like people are actually buying this at a pretty good clip. I'm kind of surprised by it. Because I didn't think that the people that I'm friends with on Xbox would be into this kind of thing, because they're mostly hardcore people like me. Like, I own, out of the 100 and whatever is in this right now, I think only 25 I don't have, and most of those are 360 titles. So, it doesn't really do much for me yet, but that's not saying that I would never buy it, because, there's a lot of great games in there, and maybe there's something in there that I do want to play. So, and for the price of 2 games for the entire year, you're going to get hundreds of games. And that is something that Microsoft needs to drive home. They need to advertise the shit out of that. EA Access as well. That is such a good service, and nobody I know even is aware that it exists.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Like, if you don't want to advertise third-party shit, then advertise your shit that you have, right? Like, I get that they're doing this quote-unquote grassroots program with the advertising.
Called? I mean,
yes, it's word of mouth and shit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's word
that's
of mouth.
I'm not spending money.
Well,
yes,
check this out.
Cheap. It's like Crapgamer market for us. He's good, but then we're gonna pretend like we hate him. So.
Yo, Crap, when it comes to EA Access, and this goes back to when K Mega was talking about Madden and stuff. You don't have to worry about Madden because when it comes to the NFL, right? Microsoft has a deal the same way Sony has a deal with Spider-Man, and they got that Spider-Man exclusive over there. Marketing rights with Madden. Microsoft works with the NFL. If you look at their hardware on the sidelines, it's all Microsoft shit. Yo, Madden's not going anywhere in terms of marketing deals and stuff like that. So with that being said, Xbox is going to be advertised through NFL. The games coming out, the commercials and stuff like that. Throw that EA access into that marketing, those commercials and stuff like that. Let people know what is going on with that, because you're right. It is an awesome service. It is something that, they really need to promote more, because a lot of people don't even know it exists, man.
Yeah, like my boy all day, blah, 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 that crazy motherfucker.
All day.
All day. Yeah, anyway, to try to imitate me and shit. Anyway, he hit me up, right? We talk all the time, right? So he hits me up and he says, "Yo, man, did you see that that advertisement for Game Pass? It was absolute trash. Everything. He's the most petty. I swear to God. I mean, if you give him a hamburger and you give it to him with a little bit of pink, I guess his ass is going to sit there and shit on it, and then go to the Better Business Bureau and say that he wanted his money back and that shit is garbage. That is just how petty he is. But he was talking about the advertising and saying that it was trash, it was garbage, but it was a half commercial. It was a half advertisement. It wasn't a full. You can tell it wasn't a full advertisement. And they were just showing a little bit about the Game Pass, but that is still something positive, because it at least gets people to like, hey, what's Xbox Game Pass? And at least for what we've been asking for, that is something there. That's like Xbox said, EA access. A lot of people don't know about it because they haven't advertised it enough. I think that the advertising is going to go to the roof once after E3, because they're going to have to market the shit out of the Scorpio, and then everything else after that they're going to have to market as well. I think that's what they've been holding for. That's why they've been so quiet. And Game Pass is one of those things that's going to be an absolute success. And then when you got EA access and the fact of a backwards capability, Xbox can be winning. But I do have to agree, they have to advertise that.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. Who's more for the player? Microsoft, who's offering you hundreds of games for $9.99 a month that you actually download. You don't have to stream that shit. You get EA access again. That's $5 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get way better games with gold games than Sony gives out with PlayStation Plus. So those are three services that if you just wanted to pay them month to month, that's maybe $20-25 a month for all. And that's literally like hundreds of games, and the ability to play online and stuff like that. If they start bundling some of that digital content together, because they're making a big push for digital content, why not do that? Say, hey, start put a look in the back of the box of the Scorpio, and then have like all the fucking games that you can get with these services, and go here's 6 months or a year of Games Pass, here's a year of EA access, here's a year of Xbox Live Gold, here's Xbox Scorpio, all this shit for $3.99. Go. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to draw people in. What happened is this stuff, Game Pass, you know what it's for? It's for the person that abandoned the Xbox when the PS4 launched, right? That's what it's for. And people did that. 360 owners who, whatever, their friends got PS4s, or they were pissed off because they thought Microsoft was trying to take your rights. They're taking our rights, guys.
They're spying on me with the
They're spying on us, and they're doing this, right? Like all that bullshit. And so now they don't. Yeah, and so they don't have any Xbox One games, and they're like, well, I'm just gonna stick with PS4 because if I get a Scorpio, I'm gonna have to buy games. Blah blah. Guess what? You're fucking covered. You're good to go. You got this Games Pass. You get fucking Halo 5. You got so many great games that you can get. It's absolutely amazing, and that's who this is for. It's gonna draw people to the Xbox, and I think that's the plan. Also, this quote unquote grassroots campaign that they're going through. You know what it's all about? It's
the no money.
Yeah, it is no money thing, because you got shills like us that sit there and talk it up because it's a good product. We're not getting paid to talk it up. I fucking wish,
Yeah.
But you're gonna have your boogies, unfortunately, your Angry Joes. They're getting this shit for free. I guarantee it, and they're gonna talk it up. Boogie's already talking about Game Pass.
I know.
He said it's great. He said it's consumer friendly. Yeah, he loves it.
It feels like, hey, yeah. It feels like, of course, like.
Yeah, Game Pass is not for any of us, because I'm pretty sure most of us got all of those games. Well, most of all of those games that they're gonna have on Game Pass, but it's for the people that can't buy all those games, and you get it for $10, and you have 100+ games, plus they'll rotate and then they'll add games to it. It's going to be an absolute success, and then plus you have EA Access. And the one thing I will say about EA Access, they need to step it up a little bit, because they need to bring some of those older EA games to the fold. I mean, damn it, why you cannot bring us a Fight Night, or why you can't bring us a a Def Jam game, why you can't bring any of those EA big games like Streets or NFL Streets. Maybe they can't do NFL Streets or FIFA Streets because of licensing and things like that.
They own the NFL license. They can do whatever the hell they want
well,
with it.
they can, but I mean, maybe with the sports games they can't do it. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because they might have to pay some of the boxers for a Fight Night, something like that. But man, if they could bring a Fight Night to EA Access, it's a wrap. Any PlayStation person that bitch on that, they're just a hater, because everybody would be like, "Oh wow, you talking about you got Fight Night here and you don't have it on the PlayStation or Nintendo? Hell, you can't even get those games on PC. I got to have an Xbox."
Yeah. Hey, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think that would be a great thing. That's one of the franchises we're missing. We're missing so many great franchises this generation, and that's probably one of the bigger ones too.
They think UFC is that equivalent, but it isn't. Boxing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you got.
I think for the Game Pass though, it really is great for the kids. I had my nephew, and actually it was with my guy that I work with and his kid. And you mentioned that the 136 games and stuff like that, and the kids' eyes light up. They like, for a kid to get a console and get 136 games as a kid, that you can look through every which one. That is awesome. So I think from a family perspective and from like that perspective, it really sells well. I just hope that they have a one-time fee. If they did a one-time fee, I would actually look into it just to see, like, if they had like a $70 fee one time, but to $10 a month is too much for me, because I've owned most of the games.
Yeah.
But for anybody, like, you could just get a straight Minecraft bundle and you're set. You're done.
Yeah, the S is a hell of a console for a lot of people. I'm going to be honest. It is. It's a great console. For me, I've upgraded to like the 4K stuff, so I'm ready to kind of do that little leap with what Scorpio has to offer. I'm very excited to see what they do have coming out. But one thing that I do want to also talk about is Red Dead Redemption 2 is delayed. They've said it's not going to be at E3. Do you guys think that this is a good thing for Microsoft? I think that's one less thing that Sony's going to have at their conference. That's like usually a killer thing. So I'm really, really kind of torn. Like, I kind of was excited for the game, but I think it's better for Microsoft that it's not there.
Crap, when it comes to E3, man, I've been approaching it like this, especially this generation. No matter what Microsoft and Xbox does when it comes to the fucking biased gaming media and stuff, they never do enough. All right. You know what I'm saying? Last year, hands down, Xbox quote unquote won E3, but when you talk to the gaming media and stuff like that, no, they didn't. No, it was Nintendo or something like that, who didn't even have a fucking conference, right? So when I'm looking at this, I'm looking at it personally. All right. And I wanted to see Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't think it would have been either good or bad for Microsoft. I think it's just going to be bad for Xbox anyway when it comes to the gaming media and stuff like that. And that's why I love that within this generation, a lot of people are coming to us. They're coming to the YouTubers. They're coming to BGST. They're coming to GRG. They're coming to Next. You know what I'm saying? Because we will let people know, we have actual sense. You know what I'm saying? To let people know, hey, this was good about Microsoft's, this wasn't. Or when it comes to PlayStation, this was good with PlayStation's, but this wasn't. And when it comes down to it, you have the IGNs and GameSpots and stuff. They're just going to say PlayStation 1, they might as well just come out with the articles and the videos now, because that's what they're going to say. So
yeah, you're 100% right with that. What happens is you're going to have they're going to do the votes. And even when Microsoft absolutely beat Sony at E3, remember how when IGN ran their vote, everybody voted for Nintendo and they only had like one game that year or whatever. You know what I mean? It's because like nobody will ever admit that Microsoft does good, which is why we're kind of, and even when they do good, I can remember years ago, I think 2014, we did a podcast during the show, and I remember Z and Showstopper and Worry Ward at the time just being real down on that show. And they were like, I don't know, they left the door open. I grabbed Mooch before he was even part of the BGST. And I was like, dude, we're gonna do a thoughts video on what we saw. And that's how that whole thing started, because me and him were both like, man, Microsoft killed it, and nobody else thought so. You know, so I think that I'm really excited. I know it can come across as negative. Look, I'm the type of guy, I'm never going to shy away from being critical of Microsoft just because I'm such a fan. I could never be a guy that was just PlayStation all the time. I just couldn't do that. I like PlayStation VR, some PlayStation games, that's fine. But at the end of the day, Xbox is home. They have the games. And look, that's nothing against people that like PlayStation or Preferred or PC, wherever. Just for me personally, and I prefer the games. You might bitch about, they only have Gears, Halo, and Forza. I fucking buy Xbox for Gears, Halo, and Forza. You know what I mean? I know, right? Like, thanks for proving my fucking point.
So do a lot of other people. These are franchises that fucking sell. And people are like, well, we're tired of it. Well, obviously, there's a huge chunk of the gaming community that is not tired of it, that are sitting in anticipation for the next sequel or whatever they come up with. Like, it is unbelievable. You know what? Gears, Forza, and Halo will live on a lot longer than a lot of these people complaining about it will be playing games. Let's just put it that way.
Look, my boy Fonzarelli, he is a diehard PlayStation guy. Our PlayStation guy from GRG. I know who's this guy. Yeah, Tim. When you was on the show, you was saying he had great voice and everything. Cool guy, absolutely cool. And he played Forza for the very first time, and he had to come back and say, "Damn, Mega, you know what? This is the best racer that I played in years." He says, you know what? This game is the truth. For every bad thing that I've said about Forza, I take it all back. He says, I've been on my Xbox more than I've been on my PlayStation for about a week. And you know what? That's the type of shit that you want to hear. You want to hear realism. Like, for instance, when I'm a big fan of Guilty Gear. I do not understand why the hell Xbox cannot get Guilty Gear. That's an L for them. I love Guilty Gear. But you know what? When I got it, I got it yesterday from Amazon. Friday. I was excited. I was playing on it. I enjoy it. I'm going to be playing that more on my PS4. You know what I'm saying? Because I like that game. The one thing about it is that when you say something positive about the other side, and people predict you of being, you're all an Xbox guy or you're all a PlayStation guy. You guys forget that we're all gamers, man. And if it's a good game on the other side, it's a good fucking game on the other side. But when people talk bad about Quantum Break and never played it, even my boy All Day had to say, damn, Quantum Break is the truth. I have not played it until just this week, and I have to say it's the truth. It's a lot better than what I anticipated. So, you know what? Play the fucking games if you've not played the games. Play them. Try them out, and you'll see for yourself that it's an actually good quality game. Damn.
Yeah, well, people aren't giving the Xbox games the time of day is the problem. No. Like, you see people, like I said earlier, they're like, Crackdown sucks. And you're just like scratching your head like, well, a minute ago it was Gears and Halo sucks, and now it's Crackdown. You know, like, how is that fair? Like, just be fair in your critiques.
They're all now they don't care about resolution and playing dynamic 4K.
Yeah, that shit's fucking funny.
No, but it's people moving goalposts. You know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But,
they love Persona 5, but they don't like Lost Odyssey. Kill yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny? Check this out. And we have two PS4s in the house, and people are like, well, Sony's got games this year and stuff like that. They released a couple at the beginning of the year. There is no guarantee that any other exclusive is coming out this year that these ponies love to brag about. And what Sony has done is at E3s they announce games that are just starting development, and they just put in a teaser, CGI and stuff like that. They don't even have the framework down for the game, and they will tout that shit for the next 2 or 3 years before the game comes out. And these people are actually falling for this shit, where at least when it comes to Xbox, what they're doing, they're showing games that will come out this year, and then they'll show new stuff coming out next year. All right, because they don't want to throw these titles out there and then get the delays and stuff. Because you remember the beginning of the generation, there was an indie game called Below that a lot of people thought looked hip, looked original. They were excited
it was kind of
about
like
it.
Zelda was what it looked like.
And now it's so far off people's radar because the fucking game hasn't come out yet. I know I'm not even interested in it anymore. And Phil Spencer looked at that. He's like, you know what? We're going to talk about games coming out this year and then stuff coming out next year. And that's it. So this way we don't hype it up to get delayed or anything like that. And I think that's a winning move. And people are falling for that Sony stuff where they're just showing teasers and stuff. And I'm excited for games like Spider-Man, all right? But I'm not going to be excited for it until it's actually on the shelf, guys. And it's just it's because of what Sony has done the past few years. Like, I can't trust it until it's there, you know?
Yeah, hey, I completely understand what you're saying. Like, Sony has lived off of showing their quote-unquote dreams lineup or whatever, you know what I mean?
I like how you did that with Dreams, man.
Yeah, that's what they've called it or something. It's like, you know, hey, we're gonna show a bunch of games that people really are interested in. Who cares if they get released anytime real soon? I still think Death Stranding is a PS5 launch title. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I don't see that as being done anytime real soon. You know, there's stuff that's gonna obviously appeal to a lot of people. I think stuff like The Last of Us 2, even though I'm not personally interested in that. You know, I don't know what the hell the deal is with Gran Turismo anymore, but that franchise is just totally irredeemable in my opinion.
You say Gran Turismo?
Yeah.
Yo, Gran Turismo makes me so sad, man, because like that was the game on the original PlayStation that got me into simulation racers, and to see them go from that pinnacle to what they have become now, it gives you a heavy heart. It makes you fucking sad if that's where you started, man.
He's preaching.
You're preaching, Bob. Every time I do that, somebody's preaching. Keep going, brother. I mean, look, that was the standard of racing was GT, man. I love GT 1 and 2, and I can't believe I played them all, but I mean I beat 1 and 2, and I enjoyed that series so much that I didn't even get a chance to play the Forza 4 until probably towards the latter end of the 360. Yeah, so.
What do we get? We got 665 in the chat, and the chat is going crazy.
The chat is going fucking crazy.
Damn, look at that. Look at that.
I just said that the GT Sports was maxing out PS3, and
they're going crazy, man. That's crazy. But you know what? Look, I love that.
Ain't talking flat earth shit.
74. I think we are being.
The PlayStation is just shitting on the GT series like that. I mean, Drive Club looks better. That's no excuse. Forza is that racing game, and plus you have all this competition coming out. Need for Speed is coming back. You got the Crew 2. You have Project Cars 2. I mean, it's a wrap. GT is garbage. It's piss water. It's trash. It's fucking ridiculous. And if any PlayStation fan sit there, go ahead and gives that props and say, "No, it's gonna sell a lot." Get your punk ass out of here. Get your bitch ass out of here for lying. Get your bitch ass out of here for lying. Pissing me off.
Yo, any true fan of simulation racing right now, any true fan, they give it up to Turn 10. Turn 10 is the absolute king. They are on top of the mountain, and there's nobody that is knocking them off anywhere in the near future. And guess what, guys? Xbox exclusive. All right. If you are a simulation racing fan and you don't have an Xbox, I don't know what the fuck you're doing right now.
I'm trying to keep up with this chat real quick.
I don't know what the hell chat's going. Hey, for the Google chat.
They just stormed and talking about the world is flat. I don't know what that
we got the trolls coming in. I love it. Oh, I see my name pop up. Somebody send me some hate. I don't care. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that, but
that's on my mind. I got the guy talking about the world is flat and always getting on him.
Yeah, isn't there a basketball player that thinks that's a thing? Hey, what do you guys think about this? Okay, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 makes the NPD list, the top 10 last month. Is that really a showcase for backwards compatibility, or is that more or less showcasing the lack of games by Xbox? Like your pick. Which one do you guys think it is?
you know, what I think it is with Call of Duty has an absolute huge following, and there's a few titles throughout the history of Call of Duty that, you know, the hardcore Call of Duty fans kind of grasp and they hold. You know what I'm saying? I think when it comes to Black Ops 2, that was one of those titles. So as soon as it became backwards compatible for all the people that traded in their 360 shit and stuff like that, the beginning of this generation, they saw that one of their favorite games all time just went backwards compatible, and they went and they bought that shit again. And you know what? It shows exactly, it shows the value of backwards compatibility. I don't care what anybody says about a streaming service. If you can go and you could take like an existing 360 game and put it into your Xbox One and play that game, that is a benefit. And it showed with them going out and actually buying the game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. It shows that Microsoft was right on about that. Not only that, but what you guys don't also know is this helps other developers make it an easy choice for them. Hey, we can put these games on, let Microsoft put them backwards compatible, and it's going to make us money. Like, I can imagine that Microsoft got a big bump from that. Not only that, but apparently there was a big bump on PS3 sales of that game, and people just busting out their PS3s and playing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, that is one of the. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying about the call. That was probably like one of the most popular ones. The Black Ops was pretty big, pretty huge on the 360. You know what I mean? But you see the chat shit here? This is wild.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, the chat is tripping. Yeah. I don't even know how to. Yeah, this is crazy. Somebody must have come in here and started trolling, but it doesn't matter. Regardless, it still benefits the show. So thank you.
Yeah, hey, we appreciate you guys coming out here.
Everybody, make sure when you sub to K Mega first, then hit everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But no,
what do you think about that, Game Mega?
Let me say first about the Red Dead, because I didn't get a chance to say it because I went on my rant. Red Dead, I'm glad that it's delayed, just for the mere fact because there's so many games that's coming out, and the fact that I don't even think I would have time to play Red Dead with everything, the Shadows of War, Madden, all of these other games is going to be coming out at the end of the year. So I'm kind of glad that there'll be some breathing room so I can get to it because I'm really anticipating it. So that and then what was the other question? Because I've been looking at the chat. I'm sorry.
I was just I know it's like it puts you in some kind of a trance. I was asking if you think Call of Duty Black Ops 2 being in the top 10 on the MPD is either a good thing that shows that it's a great idea, like the whole idea is still really good, or do you think it's a bad thing maybe that it's in the top 10 because Microsoft doesn't have anything else?
Have no game.
Yeah, no, I mean, they have no games.
That was like the number. That was in between like 1 and 3 of the most popular thing that people was asking in backwards capability, and then one thing that you could say is that the Xbox gamers came with it. They actually practiced what they preached. They were begging for this game. It came and people bought it. So that is a plus for them. There's so many people out there that could, as much as they could talk bad about Call of Duty, those were some of the best classic Call of Duties that you could play. That I hope they bring back Call of Duty 2. I think they're going to like remaster it with this World War II or whatever, in which, damn you, Activision, you're going to make me buy your shit again. But this is what the gamers has been asking for, and those games were really, really good. So, hey, it's a positive. That's what I'm saying. It benefits the developer, and it might give an opportunity for them to want to remake a new version of these games because, like I said, Ninja Gaiden, people have been asking for that game forever. Bring that, and I guarantee you people will buy that, and you might have enough money to fund another one.
Yeah, I agree 100%. What about you, Next Gen? What's your thoughts?
About Call, I'm not a big Call of Duty fan, but hey, I look at it as the gift and the curse. I said this again. I didn't buy a new console to play old games, but I'm not hating on the fact that it's backwards compatible, and I said I'd rather have it than not need it, and need it and not have it.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So kudos for those of you guys that are getting your Call of Duty on. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm a hypocrite. I went back and bought some old goddamn Xbox One games for like $2. I forgot what the hell I bought, but I bought a few games. Midway, the arcade title, that was like $10 backwards compat. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I've got
I don't know.
I bought a few.
I want
so.
new games. I'm really want my goddamn Scorpio. I can't wait till this holiday season. Like I'm excited. I'm ecstatic about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. What about you, Tim? Are you like into the backwards compatible stuff?
I couldn't believe that it made it that high.
Yeah.
It really does show that it's a huge selling point. And it also, I mean, I had this debate with somebody that Red Dead was bigger than Black Ops 2, but I got to take the L on that. I think this is the biggest console game that went to backwards compatibility that came to the console. So yeah, it's a great thing, and I love that. We get to play all the 360 games, and probably next generation after Scorpio will get to play all of our games. I think the one good thing with Xbox is the generations are going to be melded in somehow. We're always going to have these ecosystems where PS5, because of certain things, I don't know if it's going to be that easy, but yeah, I'm a fan of it. It's a fan service type thing, and it's good.
Yeah, I agree
The
100%.
world is flat.
To the chat,
And the world is flat.
for this chat, man.
Well, guys, the thing with the backwards compatibility though is for these titles that people really hold dear to them, that a lot of gamers played like previous generation, like Tim Dog said, even like after Scorpio, like they're putting this kind of like emulator type thing that they have done. It's going 360 and then moving forward. So even with the next generation Xbox, if you're still holding on to your 360 games and you still want to play them, you'll still be able to. And that's something that I think Microsoft has embraced, and that is a very pro gamer mentality right there. And they can only benefit from it. Same way the gamers are benefiting from it. If there's 360 games that you love that you will play in even like 10 years, you'll still be able to do that. I mean, that's a plus right there.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think that would be that would be beneficial. And I'm looking forward to, like, I think that maybe Microsoft would behoove themselves to have a big announcement of a megaton, if you will, backwards compatibility titles at E3. Now, I kind of guessed that last year too and was wrong, but imagine if they had like 100 titles. I think, what are they, close to 400 now on PC?
They got to be close to something like that. But
Yeah, a lot of titles on there.
Like
I think they did pretty much all the bigger ones though, right? Like all the heavy hitting titles on the 360.
No, there's still a couple out there that they
Mega man games you like, man, you consider heavy hitting. Like, some of them aren't really, but
Ninja Gaiden is not a heavy hitter.
Okay, well, I'll give you that. I'm a Gated fan. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
yeah, I'll give you that one, dude. No
Okay.
doubt.
All right.
game is huge.
Well, I mean, will we ever see another one though? Like, I don't know.
Not of that quality. That guy's gone. That last
That guy's gone, man. See, and you know what? I agree with you that because we talk about that they need more developing talent, like Microsoft could reach out to him. That would be, I mean, I know that this guy's got a crazy ass personality, and we don't know because Japanese developers are really kind of fickle and weird about, working with, I guess, people out of their country. But that dude got so much swag, like, for Killer Phil to go out there and to say, hey, look, we kind of want you to work on a new Ninja Gaiden or a new Ninja Blade or whatever. Maybe even try to work on it. Well, they couldn't do Dead or Alive because I think Tecmo still owns that. But, any other of those games that, that's not licensed with them, and have that guy do those games, you know what? He could be the new Kojima. You never know.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I just I would like to. I'm excited. Look, everybody should just get, including myself. It's easy to get a little bit depressed with what they're doing, but then when you look at all the good things they're doing, I think they're moving in the right direction. You just look at Phil's 3 years in. We've had the S, which is a hell of an upgrade over the original Xbox One. He's got new people there. I think Mikey Barrow is doing a great job. I think you know, a lot of the stuff that they're doing is good. Yes, they can still improve stuff with marketing, not even third-party marketing, just marketing your shit better. You know, like get some Xbox commercials out there. Every time I watch something on YouTube, I see that goddamn dynamic 4K commercial, right? Like, and that's such a good word too when you hear it, dynamic, right? Like dynamic, like it's awesome. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like that. Microsoft should have been advertising dynamic 1080p all this generation. What a fucking hit that would have been, right, guys? I mean, dynamic 1080p.
Hold on. Hold up. If Xbox marketed that, then you would have had the fucking gaming media and all these people to be like, well, you guys know what dynamic means, right? It means that it's not really 1080p and it's upper, like, dude, whatever Microsoft and Xbox does, they're gonna get a huge amount of shit. That's why it's up to the gamers, man. It's up to the community, and it's up to us on YouTube to really put the truth out there. And then once we do that, you know, the gaming community, like, yo, shit spreads, man. And I know BGST knows that. You know, you guys have started all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's one thing I'm proud to be a part of. But yo, it's got to come from us, man.
You know,
like,
another
I get that they spam the fucking chat, but did they have to give us a bunch of dislikes too? Come on.
Damn, look at all the dislikes. That's crazy. But another game that I didn't think about was Riddick. What about Riddick? Riddick was a really good game.
They came back already, didn't it?
Well, it came back in the 360. They did Dark Athena, which was a phenomenal fucking game on the
beautiful. One of the best looking games that you could play at that time.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, anyway, if you guys are in the chat, please give us a thumbs up or whatever. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think that would be much appreciated. We really appreciate doing these shows for you guys. You know, we've had a fantastic show. You know, anyway, anything you guys want to close out with? Because I know Tim's got to get up out of here as well. So.
Yeah, hey man, thank you guys for kicking it with us, man. Z, I'm glad that you feeling better, bro. You know, well, you play me in some Tekken, your ass is going to the upper room. That's for fact. But anyway, other than that, no, I'm glad that you doing good and you want to show, bro. And much love to the panel. You know what I'm saying? BGST, Intro Media Gaming, GRG, Next Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Multiplayer. When we all want to act like we got some goddamn sense, it's all love for all of us, man. No doubt.
It is, man. We're happy that Next Gen is doing all right, man. And
nah, I don't want to hear that shit. Y'all guys was going against me last week. I thought Bam was going to beat me.
Oh, dude, Bam has been MIA, man. Bam is MIA. That dude
somewhere and studying with some monks.
Oh, he did call into MNC Mornings and was like, "Thanks, Mooch and Crap. I blew a 5-1 lead on Next Gen."
That's my man, Bam.
Well, let you guys know, like I rented out the Bin Laden cave to Bam. That's where he is right now. Like he's practicing. He's
practicing. Yo, I got a feeling that 5-1, bro. 5-1.
I know, dude. I got a feeling Bam is like he's got a stockpile of Gatorade. He's got sweatbands. He's gone through a couple pro controllers. He's practicing, man. He's gonna come back at you hard Next Gen. That's what's gonna happen.
Like 80s hype music, man. He's going down.
He's got a montage going. Yeah, dude, it's going down.
I told you, Bam needs to stop using that Wi-Fi out there at Arby's and shit. Need to go get his own fucking Wi-Fi. That's the problem. They must have cut his shit off because they were about to close. I told his ass that.
That's fucking hilarious. What about you, Xbot? What do you got going on?
Just the usual, man. Next podcast every Saturday on my channel. I am on Oh Snap It's Mel's morning show, Coffee Casuals and Consoles. It's on her channel every Wednesday, 10:30 now, and I am on the road to, I want to hit 3,500 subs by the end of the year. I'm at just about 2,500 right now. So guys, check out my channel as well, Xbot448. You know, if you like that shit, man, subscribe. Basically, yeah, and you know, BGST for life, man.
Hell yeah. What do you got? What do you got going on, Tim? Anything you want to share? Promote?
No, just I go on.
Damn.
All right, Tim, promote me then. Come on, man.
No. I go on Mixer. Just check me out, Mixer/TimDog. I'm gonna be streaming more.
Awesome.
Mixer, awesome. TimDog. Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, Tim. He's on Mixer. Yeah, he's gonna be streaming some shit. So thank you guys for coming out, man. Like I said, hit that like button. We'll be back again next week. Go ahead.
One more thing, Crap. One more thing, because you know this. All Xbot knows this about me. I always forget something. On GRG next Friday, it's going to be the PlayStation Invasion. I can't fucking believe that I agreed to these terms, but check it out. Next Friday night after Crossfire, I'm going to have Jabari and Porter Rock on the show. So get ready for that madness. So yeah, please tune in to the GRG podcast. It's going to be fun as hell. I'm actually happy that
Mega,
those brothers is going to come on.
Yo, Mega, you didn't tell people about your new sponsor, man.
Oh, who's my new sponsor?
Hennessy and Hypno.
Stop it. Oh man, hey, I cannot do it. I'm too goddamn old. I can't be drinking Incredible Hulks and going out to the club.
Rafiki.
Yeah, and the fact I look like like I was on one of those Dateline specials, How to Catch a Predator, because there was so many young girls up in there.
Damn.
Couldn't do it, man. It was horrible. So,
oh yeah, man. Yeah. And you know what? Xbox Nation this Wednesday. We'll catch you guys then as well.
Yes,
thanks for watching, man. We'll catch you next time. Have a good Memorial Day and all that stuff, man. Bless you guys.